So today we are taking a look back at video games in 2022. So anyway, not the greatest year for video games, but there's some good ones. Alright, so let's get started. First we have Elden Ring. This is a great Soulsborne game and a great open world game. It's really changed the way you did exploration. It's just you definitely want to see every inch of this world, and everything your way you're drawing around the map is great. Environments look really good, and the level design's really good. The way there's more classical dungeons within the map, and all these mini dungeons all spread around. It's all really good. The bosses were a bit weak, but it's not too bad. And the gameplay's really fun, especially with the new weapon arts, the way they're handled there. They brought back power stancing, which is dual wielding. The game is really fun. It's a true epic. So I didn't play God of War, so it was always going to be this one. This is my movie castle game of the year. Got it out a bit quick on this list, but yeah, that's how it is. Elden Ring and many of the other games have reviewed on this channel. Check for the visual and the graphic on that. Anyway, so next we have Dying Light. I sort of almost forgot this came out this year. It's not bad. It's decently fun. But I only played the first 7 hours so far. I do plan on finishing it, but it's just not great, A nostalgia critic brought up sort of this concept of so good, so bad, where it's not doing anything wrong, but it's just not very inspiring. It's sort of like that. Yeah, it just doesn't advance too much either as a sequel to Dying Light 1 or just as a general video game. What's there is fun, zombie combat parkour, but it's not too mind-blowing. Next we have the Quarry. It's a good Supermassive 4 that's made by the same people who made Until Dawn this time, so it's closer to that. We've got really fun characters, especially Ted Raimi and the girl, I don't remember her name, but she did really well though. But she's not too big an actress, and I don't know too many actors in general. And it's a real fun summer camp slasher. It's really good theming around that, and there's some good choices and stuff. It's what you're getting, and it's pretty good. Next we have Evil Dead the game. This is a solid ASM horror movie tie-in. It's not revolutionary, but it plays really well. But it plays well, and it's fun. And it's a fun way to experience the world of Evil Dead. You get to play the characters, look around the environments, a lot of stuff from the movies and the show. It's generally pretty good. Next, you got Turbo Golf Racing. So it's basically a Rocket League, but with golf instead of a soccer or whatever. There's a couple other modes in Rocket League. It's a fun arcade racer, but the golf component's a good twist on that. It's a bit difficult to get used to when you're playing it first, but when you get in, it's real good and it's addictive. And you do driving both as driving a car or driving as in hitting a golf ball feels real good. Also, the music isn't what I'm usually into, but it's pretty catchy. Unfortunately, the lobbies have gotten a bit light. They're only filling up about 1/3 the way on average, but it is still a game preview, so it might get revitalized when it comes to full game. And they have been updating it, so which is good. Next, we got Proteus. I'm not quite finished with this one, but it's sort of like playing it when I don't have too much time because it's real quick. But I'm almost done. It's a good, fun Doom-like. So it has real good feeling shooting and weapons. A good variety of weapons that feel good to shoot. There's good environmental visuals. There's also really fun gore visuals. The way the enemies just explode everywhere when they die has a real good feel to it. Not much to say. but it's a good game. Just check it out. Actually, it's Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. It should have an upcoming review on this channel. I haven't quite gotten around to it. And that's another fun, solid tie-in. This time by Alphonic, the people who made Friday the 13th and Predator Hunting Grounds. It's pretty decent gameplay, both as a ghost and a Ghostbuster. They got fun environments, and the ghost has good, fun prop hunt gameplay. I would say it has a bit of a problem, where it's a lot funner as a ghost, in my opinion, though. But it's still pretty good, decent as a Ghostbuster. It's mostly well balanced. Yeah, it's just real fun, but there's not much to it. Next we got Gotham Knights. It's not Arkham, but it's still fun. You have decent characters, both heroes and villains. Decent enough gameplay, and fun enough, Gotham environment to do your relatively standard open world stuff around. There's a lot of ways it doesn't live up to Arkham, but it's still a decently fun game. Being just a fan of the Bat family, still like it, it's decent. Next we have Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 2 2, 2022. Yeah, so I skipped the last two CODs. I was originally waiting for a new console to play Cold War, but then consoles took forever to come out, and I just sort of fell off the series. But I wanted to come back for this one because I really liked the Modern Warfare first reboot. That was really good, and I'm glad to say this one was up to that one. It was a real fun, good campaign, fun set pieces and level gimmicks. There's even a sort of Uncharted style convoy sequence. The multiplayer is still really good. It's good and balanced, with decent to good level design. And you could kind of argue it's not too different from the last one, but it's still a pretty good game. Next we had The Devil in Me. This is another solid dark picture story game. It's not as good as House of Ashes, but it's still good fun. It has this H.H. Holmes inspired 1900s trap house. Was H.H. Holmes built all those traps to kill people. Considered America's first serial killer, and the villain's inspired by him. It's a fun villain and setting. They tried some new mechanics, but they didn't really add much. They had vaulting and jumping with prompted, and they had inventory, but that really barely affected in a choice way. Like this character has this thing, doesn't really come up too much. I do like that you can have the character jog, which makes the game go faster. It's also a bit longer, which is good. Yeah, it's generally a good game though. And I should have an upcoming review for for Devil in Me. Next we have Callisto Protocol. This is a fun Dead Space spiritual successor. The melee combat has a lot of problems, but the rest of the gameplay is fairly good. Yeah, strikes are great, and they're like the Aliens movies. They're not quite as good as Dead Space, but they're still pretty good. There's a decent story, but if I did have to pick out the most disappointing game of the year, it would have to be this one because it didn't quite live up to Dead Space. But I still enjoyed it quite a lot, so I'm not giving out disappointing this year. I really haven't done that since Avengers, I don't think. And, who knows when I will. Anyway, overall, not as good Dead Space, but still pretty good. And that caps out the year. Not a great year, but there's still some decent stuff, especially Elden Ring. That's good enough for a couple years, Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you anyone who likes, comments, or subscribes. This isn't just an engagement call. I don't have too many people to talk about games with. So, what were your favorite games of the year? What were some of your disappointments? Please say stuff in the comments. I'll probably respond. Thank you. That's it.